For my psychology coursework experiment, I decided to test the impact of color on memory. My hypothesis is that if a subject is presented with a series of colored images, they will remember more of the images given to them. My null hypothesis is that color will not make a difference and people will remember the same amount of images in black and white. The independent variables are the colored pictures, and the dependent variable is the number of pictures that the participants memorize. To ensure random selection, the participants will choose either a pink or blue paper from a hat. The participants who choose the pink paper will be the control group, and the participants that choose the blue paper will be the experiment group. The control group will be given 90 seconds to memorize as many black and white pictures as they can, and then they will be told to write down as many as they can remember in 1 minute. The same will be done for the experiment group, except with colored pictures. So how does color affect our memory? Color is believed to be the most important visual experience to human beings. Many studies have shown that color can be very effective in learning, marketing, communication, or even sport. Most advertisements today use color as one of the most important elements in influencing people subconsciously. Studies have even shown that colored advertisements can attract 42% more people to read them than non-colored advertisements. This shows the importance of colors in making information more attractive to people. In the clinical setting, color has also been shown to deal with learning difficulties such as autism, Alzheimer's disease, and dyslexia. Now let's move on to memory. Memory is the mental process of encoding, retaining, and retrieving information. How our cognitive systems deal with memorization is a big part of cognitive psychology. Many studies have previously been done to understand the role of color in enhancing memory. It all started when psychologists realized that memory is strongly related to attention. The information that we pay more attention to is more likely to be remembered than the information that we ignore. This brings us back to the fact that color has the potential to attract attention. So basically, in shorter words, colors raise our attention levels, and higher attention levels make our memory better. Another thing that color is associated with in psychological research is arousal. Arousal refers to the state of being alert physically, psychologically, physiologically, or emotionally. When studying memory, we will focus on emotional arousal. Studies by various psychologists, including McKay, Hewer, and Riceberg, found that a higher level of arousal leads to the enhancement of both short-term and long-term memory. Their studies consisted of saying a few neutral words like panda or running, followed by some taboo swear words. The swear words, or the more emotionally arousing words, were remembered more often. This brings us to conclude that arousal has a significant effect on memory performance. An experiment by Kaya and Epps showed that colors can enhance the relationship between arousal and memory. In their study, they asked 98 volunteers to associate color with emotion. Most of the participants associated green with calmness, happiness, comfort, peace, hope, and excitement. Black was associated with the feeling of sadness, depression, fear, and anger. Many studies have been conducted to explore the relationship between color and memory performance. Wickman, Sharp, and Gegenfertner found a clear advantage of color on visual memory. The results of their studies showed that colored pictures were recognized faster than black and white, but the differences were small. Other psychologists like Vernon and Lloyd Jones also conducted a study exploring the relationship between memory and color. In their study, participants were shown 30 colored objects and 30 black and white objects, and were told to name them. Their reaction time was observed. The results showed that the participants took less time to recognize colored objects than black and white ones. All of the experiments and studies that I mentioned today explain the way that color affects our memory. I hope I shared some new information with everyone, and thank you so much for listening.
created using Powtoon.